Welcome to the Conscious Investor. Let's get started. Peyton Smith, welcome back to the Conscious Investor. I am so excited to have you on because this is my favorite little segment of the entire show, probably. So welcome back.
I'm excited to be here again. Had a lot of fun last time, so excited for what you have in store.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate you so much and your time. And remember, if you're listening and you haven't, and this is your first episode tuning in with Peyton, then you want to go back, catch the previous 2 episodes so you can get the information on like, who is Peyton Smith? And, you know, the next episode of what is he consciously pursuing and being super intentional about. But right now we want to dive into my favorite topic, which is mindset. And that is, everybody has something that has shifted the course of their life. And it doesn't have to be this huge, like, you know, the clouds parted, the seas parted, all that type thing, and life changed forever. But we all have something that changed in our life and allowed us to see things in a new way and pursue things in a better way. So that's my question for you. What kind of shift have you had at some point in your life?
I can't remember like a specific time when I would have had something change, but just it's probably been a progression over the course of a few years, and realizing that time is probably the most valuable thing out there, versus money or anything else that some people pursue. And once you realize that money is just a renewable resource and there's always more of it out there, like you start to care less about it, and it doesn't impact your day-to-day decisions. And most of ours are based around time and how do we get more time and focus time at that, because there's a lot of distractions in today's world. But how do we get more time back? And through that, like one of the investments we made was in an airplane, and this helps us get from our properties that are in 4 different states in the Midwest and meet new people. That leads to more deals where we wouldn't go and meet them. You know, we wouldn't drive 7 hours away to meet them if we didn't have a plane that can get there in an hour and a half or 2 hours. So it's probably the main thing is just time. That's what it comes down to. That time is more valuable than money.
I just want everybody to park on that for a moment, because what you said, again, you said things in, you know, the episodes that we've recorded together, you said things that no one else has ever said in nearly 200 episodes on the podcast. And you said money is a renewable resource. That is such a powerful game changer. Once somebody figures that out, they're no longer tethered to money. It's no longer this exchange of time and money.
Right.
Was there something that allowed you to, you know, just kind of turn your perspective a little bit and notice that? Or were you raised with that? Like, how did you come to that understanding?
I don't really know where it came from, but because I was like raised
YouTube. I'm kidding. Another YouTube video.
Yeah. It's probably intentionally learning about things. Like there's not even anybody specifically that I learned from. But just over the years, you know, you research different people or different thoughts and stuff. But because in small town in the Midwest, a lot of people are very conscious on what they spend their money on and how they spend it, and they're really tight with it. And for me, I'm like, I just don't care. If I want something, I'll go buy it, and I'll just make more money a different day, because it's not actually the money that I'm trying to acquire. Like, right. That doesn't matter. It's the game of what you can do and what you can learn, and money is just basically a byproduct of learning and yeah, like trying to do better.
That's amazing. There's a book that my book club read earlier this year called Super Coach by Michael Neal. And he speaks about this concept, and he talks about, you know, how to be financially free for the rest of your life. And it really falls in line with a lot of what you say of like, love what you do, love the people you do it with. And
Right.
on the topic specifically of money, he talks about like money is just a tool. It's just another resource. But when it comes to time, you're absolutely right. Time is really precious. So
Right.
you guys bought an airplane. How did
Yeah.
you? Hey, you know what? Time's important. We can make more money. Let's go. Let's just buy a plane. Is everybody a pilot? Are the four of you all pilots or?
No, just one of us. And we have a guy, he's a college student, but he flies us around too. So that
You
helps.
get chauffeured. So you get
Yeah.
chauffeured in the plane so you guys could talk
Right.
shop more comfortably. Okay.
Yeah. And that's the thing. I mean, uh, the plane we have now, we're starting to feel it's kind of small, because we can't move as well in it. But that's
Should we
the
call
one thing.
Grant Cardone? We're gonna call
Yeah.
Grant Cardone. We're like,
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that's the next level. But yeah, we would like to be able to work when we're flying because right now we can't really. And
mhm.
the reason we did buy an airplane is because we have families and we want to be home at night. And so on our, we run off something called EOS, which you have a vision traction organizer, and our target market is anything that we can get to, fly to and back in one day is what we'll pursue. So how we expand our market is we'd get a faster plane or something because we do want to be home in the evenings. Every once in a while it might happen where we have to be gone for, a night or whatever. But I would say the only time I'm gone at night is if there's a conference or something like that, which is maybe once or twice a year or something. So right now I'm home every night and we can do it because of the airplane. We couldn't be having these great jobs for people and doing everything we're doing if we didn't. So it's a big part of what we do, and the people, the same core values comes down to core values. They like doing the same things we like to do, so they think compressing time like that is a great thing.
It's a really great thing. And quite frankly, we have a friend and they have a plane and a few of them, and you get to join the list. And one of the things that they said was it actually makes more financial sense and more sense on every level to have your own plane and to become a pilot because you don't have to go to the airport, you don't go through security, you don't one of our friends just broke it all down for us and we're like, I never thought I would want a plane or, but because of the nature of where we live and such similar, it's like, yeah, maybe we need a plane.
Right.
There's so much truth to that, especially depending on your geography and if you're further removed from the markets that you want, to expand into and such.
Right. And I think even for deal flow and for us, we feel it's so important to get in front of people, especially in today's world where less people are doing it, but we try to get in front of people. And that brings the deal so much further ahead, especially in these off-market deals where we show we're serious, we'll show up the next day, and that it'll get us multiple more deals a year. And it only takes one of those deals to pay for the plane. So we don't even hardly ever look at the expense of, we never say, how much is it going to cost to fly there? We never talk about that. We just know that if we keep doing this over and over all year long, meeting people that we feel like we should meet, it'll pay off tenfold at the end of the year.
And that goes back to that money as a renewable resource. So we can spend our money here and that will allow us to go where we want to go.
Yeah, exactly.
Total mic drop. That is so fantastic. And I just want to say super high fives to you guys for, just prioritizing family and being home and being around. I noticed that there are a lot of people who will say they want financial freedom and they want to be in real estate investing because they can live the life that they want. And oftentimes you notice that it often takes them away from their families because they're gone traveling, doing things. And so it's almost counterproductive in some instances. And so it's really awesome to see nope, we are even buying a plane and we're going to fly and be home tucking kids in at night.
Right. Yeah. And that's the goal. I mean, my wife kind of at first was a little bit hesitant about it, but now she likes it because she understands that it's more time. So
yeah,
it's worked out really well.
That is so cool. Peyton, what is the best way for people to reach out? They're hearing this new philosophy, this new concept, and they're thinking, I got to start following this guy. He's saying things that I need to implement into my life. What's the best way for them to connect with you?
Yeah, the best way is to connect with me on LinkedIn. It's just my name, Peyton Smith, Peyton, or go to our website, blackriverholdings.com, and find me there, and we can connect and talk about all kinds of fun things.
Lots of fun things. Now we can talk about airplanes and flying and which kind of airplane people need to buy.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh. Peyton, I just want you to know how much I appreciate your time and just the opportunity to, feature you for a week and record these amazing episodes. If you've been listening to just this episode, you've missed out on a lot of other really rad gems. And so you want to go back to the previous 2 episodes to make sure that you're not missing anything, because Peyton has said things in every episode that he's the first person I've ever heard say such things on the show. So no joke, you're going to be picking up some gems that will help you shift some lines in your life. And that will be amazing for you and where you want to go. So Peyton, until I'm just, again, grateful to have you here. And I'm going to fly out to where y'all are. And then I'm going to go with you guys on your flights to different markets.
Yeah, sounds great.
So much fun.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Oh, awesome. To my awesome listeners, thanks so much for taking time to listen. And remember, when you rate and review, it does trip that wonderful algorithm, and that allows more people to, come across the show and have their minds and worlds expanded as well. So do me and Peyton and yourself and everyone else a favor, just take that 2 seconds, because it doesn't take long to hit a 5-star review, and it really doesn't take long to leave a comment. There's no grammar police out there that are going to come stalk and knock your house down because you said something incorrect. Okay. So if you have anything positive to say, please throw it down there in the reviews. And until next time, live big, love bigger. Overwhelmed trying to figure out what book you should read next? Head over to julieholly.com and download the best books reading list. I've personally read the books I'm recommending for adults and kids ages 8 and older, and you can get a sneak peek even as to the books I'm considering reading next. Download this list and dive into your next best book. Head over to julieholly.com to download the list and dive into your next best book.